Service learning is an educational model where the students are learning content in their courses and then going out to different agencies in the community to volunteer and do other tasks that'll help reinforce what they're learning. So these can either be in direct service or in project-based. So you could be going to a homeless shelter and helping out, or you could be going to a place that sends books to prisoners and actually doing the volunteer tasks, which is called direct service. Or you could be planning events for schools. You could be a nutrition class planning like a cooking club for a school and go to a middle school and teach that, and that's called project-based. So it's basically just a form of education and learning where you're actually going out and doing stuff and helping people to reinforce what you learn in your classes.
Learning is an opportunity for students on campus to get real-world experience and learn their coursework through that experience. So one example of service learning that we have at Global Gifts is our R309 visual merchandising course, and students are able to come to Global Gifts as well as 3 other agencies in the community and just put on window displays for those agencies. So really treating those agencies as a customer and learning the different techniques in visual merchandising out in the community instead of just sitting in the classroom.
And some of my favorite partnerships this year have been probably the nutritional classes that we have come in. We have a food pantry, so we have nutrition classes come in, and students work in our pantry and they help sort food and make 3-day food supply bags for our patrons. And I really enjoy those students because we have the opportunity to work, I guess, most hands-on with one another, and they're able to really see what 3 days of food looks like, or what food insecurity looks like at its core, and I guess interact with the patrons the most.
Really cool class at Fairview that it was a coaching baseball class, and they came in and taught baseball to the gym students, and that was really cool just because Fairview didn't have anything, any equipment to even teach baseball. They never taught baseball there, and so the students, if a lot of them didn't get access to it in schools, then they wouldn't ever get access to it. So.
One of my all-time favorite service learning partnerships is Adolescent Girl Psychology with Professor Linda Hoeksenix. Her students kind of learn about middle school girls and kind of the issues they're going through, like bullying, peer pressure, self-esteem, body image, and these students are learning about those issues and are going into the middle schools like Bachelor and Jackson Creek, and they kind of run a club, and these IU students work with the middle school students, and they talk about, you know, why do you feel like you aren't pretty enough? You know, why are you dressing like this? And kind of getting to those deep issues and kind of being like a mentor or resource for those middle school students to talk about issues of like how to communicate effectively with their peers and elders, and how to have an effective relationships.
It's started when I first became an ACE. It was a nutrition class that was coming and cutting up vegetables for FoodWorks, and it just wasn't. Service learning is supposed to be beneficial for the students and the agency, and it wasn't really beneficial for either because it was just kind of a weird task for them. They weren't getting a lot of community experience, and we weren't benefiting a lot from that, so we actually kind of revamped the partnership. We met with the professor and my community partner, and we changed it to where the students were providing lesson plans to the youth program on healthy eating and snacking and things like that, which is really beneficial for them because being in poverty, a lot of times they don't get a lot of healthy foods, and so we've had experiences or stories, I guess, that we've heard where students will be at the grocery with their moms, and they'll be like, "Mom, let's get this eggplant." And the mom's like, "You don't eat eggplant." And they're like, "Yeah, I do. We had it in the nutrition program." So I just think
that will be effective because by sitting down and talking to people about the needs in our community, it kind of gets them outside the IU bubble, and they can see how diverse Bloomington actually is with different populations.
So I have a lot of favorite service learning partnerships, but probably my favorite would be James Clark's chemistry and service learning class, where currently he goes to different after-school programs and creates a chemistry club for the students to be engaged in. And I have to say that I get more excited about the chemistry projects they present more than the kids, which I've come to the realization that that's okay.